one of the things Satan used to increase the divorce rate of our generation was to increase sexual activity between unmarried people. And this is how he did it. For every time you have sex with a man to whom you are not married, you cleave. If you look at 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 15 and 16, God warned about having sex with a prostitute because you become one with her. Now, that's what sex does. Sex makes you one with the person to whom you had it with. If it is in a marital context, you exchange your strengths and strengthen each other. If it is outside the marriage, you reduce each other's strength. So Satan has increased sexual activity, both same-sex sexual activity, opposite-sex sexual activity, so that by the time people are getting married, they are not getting married as complete human beings again. You had 7 sex partners. You started having them from primary school. You had 3 in secondary school. Your universities, you had additional 2. And when you went for NYC, you had 1. And where you're working now, you have another 1. Totaling about 7. For every time you had sex, a part of you left you, cleaved, left with them, cleaved, left with them. Then by the time you now meet your husband and you want to marry, you are not marrying him as the fullness of you is not going into that marriage again. And when the man marries you, you can't enjoy you fully. And the same for the man. You had sex with this one, had sex with that one, you cleave. By the time you're marrying your wife, you are not marrying you're not going into that marriage completely again. That's why we do deliverance sessions, co-deliverance sessions for people before they get married. So that we can command the various parts of you that are inside different people around the world to come back. And then deliver you to your wife and your husband as a complete human being that they will enjoy. That woman deserves to have you in your full package. The man deserves to have you in your full package. Most people married today with about only 40% of themselves left. This thing I'm telling you is very serious. So after a while, their sexual life is no longer pleasant. Then they will now fight for divorce. Why? Irreconcilable differences. They will not be able to tell you what the irreconcilable differences are. Because when the man is having sex with his wife, she is still thinking about the first person who had sex with her who took away her virginity, or the third one. She suddenly discovers that her husband is not as active, cannot satisfy her as much as that 5th boyfriend. And then after a while, she said, I want out. Why? Irreconcilable differences. So you that you are still having sex up and down, you are not yet married, you don't know what to do with your marital future. You want to go and marry your husband without the fullness of you going into that marriage. Think about the future of your marriage. Think about the future of your unborn children. And then your loins. Your loins. Judah had a sexual mistake with his daughter-in-law. And it looks like he implicated his bloodline. David came out of Judah. Heavy womanizer. About 7 women. Solomon came out. 1,000 women. When you are sexually active as a single, your loins, the fruit of your loins, become implicated. It takes the hand of God for a full restoration. I hope I'm giving you enough reasons for you to end every sexual relationship today that is not in the context of marriage. That's why I say the message is both for singles and for married. And if you are here as a married couple and you have suddenly lost appetite for sex for your partner, just know your marriage is under attack. God didn't design for husband and wife to be roommates, just roommates, greeting yourselves every morning. You must enjoy sex. Me and my wife made up our mind. We made up our minds. Singles will not enjoy sex more than us. Because what Satan has done to this generation, he has made sex more attractive. And young single people who have not married themselves are enjoying sex more than married people. When they have not married themselves, they are everywhere. On that, man of God, sir, I didn't tell you. If you had allowed me to ask those questions yesterday during the meeting. Somebody asked the question. That what is the plan we have for those people that were going to catch who will be smooshing themselves at the crusade ground? That even the last crusade they had a few days ago at the Abbey Square. Some people were caught in the corners, smooshing themselves. Somebody asked that question, but opportunity was not given. In the crusade ground, it is what opportunity they have. They go to the back of the IBB corner there. They are smooshing and kissing. If they are in public service, public town service bus, only 2 of them at the back. Before the driver reaches the station, they've done one quick one. They've kissed the romance. They go to Dexter's Eatery. While they are just in there, their hands are under the table doing some funny things. They're all over themselves. They're on fire. Those 2 people will get married. 1 year into the marriage, the woman will say she wants a different bedroom. Your husband will be chasing all over the room, chasing all over the house. Like Tom and Jerry. He needs to chase you before he can have sex from you. Because Satan, the thief. I was chatting up a lady recently. I was counseling her. Okay, God restored our marriage. It was about to crumble. He said, I don't even know what happened to me that time that I was denying my husband sex. The husband came to report out to me that she was denying him sex. I said it was the devil. It was the thief that came to steal your appetite for marriage. Hey, listen to me. If you are here, you're married, and suddenly you feel like your husband should not touch you again. I'm not talking about exceptional moments when you're on your menstrual cycle. But normally, you just feel like your husband should not touch you again. The man has to run around and go to Mr. Biggs, go to Tantalizers, go to the best interest in that to buy you some gifts to put you in the mood. And even at that, you will still be playing some game. If that is your story, Satan is at the door. I tell you. Why we singles enjoy sex more than the married? God forbid.